So today's topic, as you can see, is supportive relationships. So I think last time I came to speak to you guys in the library, we talked about different issues, different injustices, and I thought it'd be appropriate being that you have some young ladies coming in to talk about supportive relationships and what that looks like. So what injustice is going on within women right now? Abuse? What's the word for it? What's the other word? Domestic? And what does domestic violence mean? Like, what does that domestic part mean?
I think put it like
Okay. Inside of home. So domestic doesn't always mean relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Domestic is between loved ones. It could be family, it could be friends. It's the person you are familiar with. That's the difference between someone a stranger just coming and attacking you and fighting you, and a loved one. So that's a whole different crime, right? A lot of women go through either verbal or physical abuse. It's a very common issue. A lot of women have died or have gone to prison for these issues. We went to visit the Louisiana Women's Prison in Hunts, Louisiana, and we spoke to 6 women that are in prison for life. Out of the 6 women, 5 were there for domestic violence reasons. Majority of that prison is in there for a domestic violent reason. Either they killed the man that was abusing him, or they were put in a predicament that also had violence involved with drugs, all of those things. The women go to jail or they are killed. Majority of the reason women do die is called femicide. So today, we want to talk about how to have supportive and healthy relationships, how to point out something that's toxic within your relationships at home, within your relationship with friends, and potentially when y'all get there with man, boy. So we have our 2 Dillard students, which they are interning with Planned Parenthood, which is another women's injustice because Planned Parenthood was just closed down in Louisiana and Texas. So we've lost the one on Claiborne is today's the 3rd. It closed down on the 30th. September 30th. We just lost a huge healthcare clinic that helped so many women. Outside of that, so many people. They helped us. We have a partnership with them. That's how we're able to teach this lesson to you guys, because we believe in educating the community. So I have my 2 students who are gonna take over the workshop. They're community health ambassadors with Planned Parenthood, and I'll let y'all know. Okay.
Good morning. My name is Maya. I'm a senior English major from English minor, and I'm a community health ambassador with Planned Parenthood.
Good morning, I'm Shaylin Owens. I'm a criminal justice major. I'm a senior, and I'm from Shreveport.
So our group agreements are to ask questions, speak for yourself, use I statements. This is a safe space, so what happens here is okay, and here we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Be respectful, intention versus impact, and embrace the inevitability of imperfectness. This discussion may bring up uncomfortable or triggering feelings, memories, or experiences. Please censor yourself and leave your duration of this lesson. The bathroom is outside in the hallway. If y'all need it.
So it's the icebreaker. You're gonna start with your name and the grade you're going. Okay, you already did that. What's your favorite summer activity? Oh, you like swimming? Okay. Traveling. Come here for summer camp. Okay.
Which summer camp you did?
Ooh, yes. Summer baby.
I celebrate my birthday, which is June 9th. My second one is going to the party, and my third one is held at my job.
Wait, what part did you get going?
Go to the next one. So, okay, before we begin, can someone define to me what a supportive relationship looks like?
Respect.
Could you repeat the question again?
Can someone explain or define to me what a supportive relationship looks like?
Going 50-50.
50-50. What a supportive relationship looks like, or define one.
Supportive relationship on this side.
Great communication, encouragement, respect, 50-50.
When you like support your friend.
Support your friends. Yes. Boundaries. That is number one. So, this in the slide, but since she brought it up, what's a boundary you live by daily? A boundary you live by daily. What's something that you're very firm on? That one second, come here.
My favorite boundary has to be locking the bathroom door when I'm in the shower. Nobody can hear it. I'm in the shower.
Not to just close on the door. Only tell us certain stuff to certain people. Well, listen to ears always a running mouth. That's loud. Go start the program. You go ahead. Don't talk too crazy. Go ahead.
Respect my parents, respect the parents, same manner.
Don't touch my face.
Don't touch your face. Don't do
I hate somebody.
Thank you for my
Don't whisper to your friend. Go ahead.
Like girls section on me and stuff like that.
So, go ahead. Break it, girl code. What's that? Define girl code. Define girl code. Hold on. She got to define her definition first. Hold on. Go ahead.
Wait, girl. I would like to hear the comments. I cannot hear number one. You are swiveling in those chairs, so please stop. Babies do that, not teenage girls or preteen girls. You are swiveling in the chairs. Stop it. And then secondly, I believe our facilitator would like to hear the response, but we can't because everybody's mumbling. And so I would ask that you please be respectful. I know you guys are excited. This is a great topic, and you all want to be engaged, but let's hear the speaker or give the speaker our attention, please. Thank you.
She said girl code, so I want her to define girl code since that had down the upward. So let's see what y'all believe girl code is.
Okay, so basically it's like, say for instance, like you dated somebody in front of people.
So could girl code be on respect as well?
Yes.
So to have respect, you have to have your word first.
For ourselves.
Go ahead.
In my opinion, I feel like it's really not about the boys. In my opinion, I feel like girl code is when like a girl, like when they stuff have a personal problem and another girl don't go run into their business, they help them on and stuff like that. I feel like it's not about the boys.
Not just,
Not just
everybody has their opinion, right?
Wait, what's the difference between being messy and being nosy? Yes, ma'am.
You asked the right person. Being messy and being nosy.
What's the difference?
So being messy is like you hit some, you go spray around the whole, like you spray around the whole school, or like you make the mess worse, like you pushing up. Being nosy is you hit some, you keep your mouth closed, and you just do the left time better.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
That's right. So when you hear information and you take it. Y'all ever play telephone?
Yes.
You don't always pass the same message that was heard. It changes up. And sometimes certain words can make something sound awful or make something sound slight. But depending on how you said it, the tone, you don't know. So when you're passing on things, it's okay, because I'm nosy. I like to hear things, but I'm not going to take that information and drag the person's name, or if I know, which you're all aware of, what people's business is personal versus, so that's the difference. And that's where the girl code comes in, because as girls, Men are gonna talk. Women are gonna talk, but to stay true to your friends, that means more than anything because your word is everything, right? And your name is everything. So presenting yourself a certain way, you don't want to present yourself in a way where the rumors spread and it's believable. Because look at how you want to present yourself in a way like, oh no, she would never. Oh no, that can never be her. So in those situations, being messy and being nosy, two different things.
So would you rather be messy or nosy?
Y'all got a little
And
nosy.
which one support a relationship? Being put number one up if it's nosy, number two if it's messy. Which one supports and support a relationship?
Wait, what you said?
Which topic can support and support a relationship? So does being messy support and support a relationship, or being nosy support and support a relationship? Nosy.
Oh, no.
Sometimes being nosy could save a life.
Being nosy.
Yeah. That's what I said. It all depends on what you do with the information.
I said nosy. Okay. So what's health got to do with it? People have different relationship values that are informed by their families, friends, neighborhoods, and social world. Some are informed by religious and cultural values about relationships and media depictions of relationships. A person's experience with relationships such as age, growth, maturity, and trauma. So we all have different values that we abide by. Everyone has a different values that they live by daily, right? The healthy relationship can be deeply personal, but the common denominator is always physically and psychologically safe. Everyone has different opinions. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions, and they can take and feel however they want to feel. Supportive versus unsupportive relationship. Brainstorm. It's all to find a green flag. Tell me what a green flag is. Like, say I don't know what a green flag is. Like, what's a green flag? What do you
Something
think?
that's good. Something really good. Like
I can see no ring.
A green flag is something good?
Like something good about a person. So let's say you're honest, that would be a green flag.
Okay, so what's a red flag?
Hold
Hold on, one at a time. Shoot something first.
I think the fine
Oh, see what the red flag is.
a red flag is like something about a person that just throws you off. That's just weird. I think the fine one, like, say if you have like a close friend and it's just like everything they bring you down. They get jealous of everything you do. That's a red flag. Like, you're supposed to be my friend, why you bring me down?
So that's supportive or unsupportive relationship?
That's unsupportive.
Okay.
Wait, before you move on,
Yes, ma'am.
so, I think this made me think, because even as adults, we have the same issues with green flags and red flags. So, oftentimes, as adults, we are talking to each other, but that one person that you're talking to is saying something that nobody else knew the person you told it to. So that's a red flag, that person that you told it to cannot do what? And is that a real friend?
No.
Because you said it in the tenure of confidence. It could be something that happened with your family, your finances, or your mom, your children. And I'm talking to Michelle, and Michelle is telling me what I told the other person. That is definitely a red flag. She didn't intend for me to know it, but I knew that I told it to Susan. So Susan has had the conversation about me to Michelle. That's definitely a red flag. Is that the kind of friend you want? No. And it happens all the time with adults.
All right, what's the relationship deal breaker? You're gonna do it 1, 2, and 3. Your partner posts one cruel thing about you on social media.
Deal breaker.
Deal with it, depends, or deal breaker.
Deal breaker.
We're gonna do numbers. 1 for deal with it, 2 depends, or 3 for deal breaker.
Deal breaker.
Everybody said deal breaker?
All right, number 2, your partner lies to you about their age.
You're gonna deal with it, it depends, or deal breaker. That's what you're gonna do. Why? Hold on, we gotta deal with it. We're gonna see why she's gonna deal with it.
No, she depends. Why depends? Right here. What it depends on?
I don't know, like, why would stop people with a partner cooking like they do?
I mean,
person, if they lie about their age, they're gonna lie about anything else. Wait, hold on. Your name Princess, right? Your name Princess, right? Why you won't deal with it? You changed your answer?
I would say it depends. Okay, I said depends because at the end of the day, age is number. Okay, I'm 14, right? If I touch somebody like 13, okay, that's nothing wrong with that. What if you 10 or that, you gotta go. But like, you like 12, that's not a problem.
Y'all got phones at 10? Y'all got phones at 10? Oh, yeah. Okay. In this case, if your partner lies to you about the age, everyone has their own opinion. You could do what you want to do. But in a supportive and unsupportive relationship, that is considered an unsupportive relationship. You should not be with someone who lies about the age, and you should not be lying about the age.
Also, just a refresher, with the age, the legal age of consent in Louisiana is 17. So if you're lying to someone about your age, at this age y'all are at now, that person can go to jail. That is even if you are 16, that is a law. You cannot be dating someone over 17. They can go to jail. So if you lie about your age, you're putting that person, they can be registered as a sex offender, because that's an inappropriate relationship. So lying about your age right now, or even older, is a crime that I don't know what the penalties yet are for the juvenile, but I'm sure there are some.
So the next one is your partner says they can pictures of you to friends. You gonna deal with it? Depends on your Your partner says they can pictures of you to friends. Two friends, that could be your friends or their friends. We don't come on Friday.
No.
So deal breaker depends, or you gonna deal with it. What y'all doing on that side?
Personally,
Wait. Hold on. We cannot. Everyone has their own opinion.
This is a safe place, remember?
We just had our
We
rule
just
and
talked about
agreement.
miracles.
Yeah.
what happened?
This is a safe place. Came in a little late.
Well, it depends on what he does with the picture. Like, if
It's
he posts to friends. Oh, my bad.
I don't know why it's messed up on the screen.
One second. One at a time, please. So the sentence says your partner says they can pictures of you to your friends, well, two friends. So your friends, his friends, somebody mutual friends in general. So 3 deal breaker, 2 depends, 1 deal with it. So everyone says deal breaker, right? Yeah. You cut them off, right? Yeah. Okay, well let's go back to the root of the problem. What's the problem? What did you do wrong? Okay, thank you. Should you be sending naked pictures? No. And okay, is that a crime to send naked pictures?
Yes. For y'all's age, yes, that is child pornography. And if a boy or girl sent naked pictures of a child, that is called child pornography and revenge porn, and that is also a crime, and you will go to jail. So that is a very serious crime. And if you are someone, or if you know someone taking pictures like that, you have to remind yourself that the internet never dies. Those pictures never go away. You can delete whatever you want. Those pictures, especially if they're posted online, will never go away. You don't have no idea how many people are online saving it, screenshotting, sharing, and that's when we go back to being messy and nosy. You could have seen the picture, but you don't have to share it. You don't have to keep it. And a lot of men, when you send them pictures and stuff, they don't delete it ever. That picture is not just with you and the person a lot of the time, majority of the time. And if someone ever had a picture of you, girl or boy, that is called revenge porn. And as long as you're under 17, that is child pornography. Continue.
So we all know the deal breaker. Leave them alone, cut them off, and I would say limit it. Like,
So I was because while we sitting out.
maybe she was peer pressure to take it.
It could have been blackmail too.
That's it. Okay, the next one says, your partner texts your friends to see if you are really where you said you were. Deal with it depends or deal breaker.
Why you don't trust me?
Okay, we're gonna start with deal with it. So why you deal with it?
Because that would be us two trying to work together to make sure we have honest in our relationship and like we could trust each other.
But if you already told him where you were, he go behind your back and take your friend. So you gonna deal with it? So you gonna deal with him not trusting you?
I guess.
Is that a supportive relationship?
No, not really.
It is toxic. So should you deal with it?
I say depends.
Anybody else said deal with it? Why you gonna deal with it?
Because we can really talk about this. I don't think it's such a big problem as the rest of these on these lists, but I feel like we could talk this one out. You know, like we could build on that trust. If he have a problem with me being somewhere, well, I can make a compromise and do something about it.
So, for instance, okay, most of y'all phones on, but say your phone off, you text him before you left the house, say you was going to a football game, you told him you was going and he didn't believe you. He text your friends to see if you really went to the football game. You don't deal with it?
Right. Wait, somebody said a great, why you got my friend on? Great question. Also going back to girl code, what if he texts your friend and you have a messy friend? And she say something opposite of what the truth is. So that's why I gotta have girl code. Solid girl code.
1 second.
No, it's any friend. You
I didn't like it. It's my best friend.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I say deal breaker and depend on. So like me, I have a best friend. She's like that. If he can't take my best friend, it's gonna be like would you take my best friend? I just told you where I was at, and you don't trust me. So now I gotta show y'all trust you like but a deal breaker with somebody else. What you got my number for? Because you can take anybody, anything else. I just found out one mess. I can find out 30 minutes to know enough. So,
Wait, but how your best friend, how you get your best friend? You should be asking your best friend.
this girl is actually like girl.
okay? All right.
Okay.
I know you.
Okay.
Yeah, like if they already cool, like if we all like just hanging out together, he taking them, I wouldn't have a problem with it because I know my best friend.
So say if he texts a mutual friend that's not your best friend.
I'm gonna be like, how you like, why you like this? I understand you trying to see where I'm at, how you feel.
So is that support a relationship if you have to ask all the questions?
No.
Go ahead.
I said depends because I know most people.
You're talking and she's
I
talking.
say that it depends because most people that I know date within friends. So like their friend, guy friend be their boyfriends, which is why they be communicating. And I also say it depends because if he mean it in like a worried way and he actually like trying to see a check on him, like that. But if he mean it in like a way that he don't. Yeah, and he trying to figure out what I'm really doing, and then that's why I say
So in this instance, this will be defined as an unsupported relationship. So you should have trust in your relationship. You shouldn't have to take nobody else to see where I'm at. But everyone has their own opinion. I'm not telling you what you should and shouldn't do in your relationship. So the next one says your partner calls you more than 10 times a day. You gonna deal with it? Depends or deal breaker. The sentence is throwing numbers.
Chill.
Your partner calls you more than 10 times a day. Deal with it.
For me, so you don't need to be calling my phone. If I call you, I feel like if you call me, you could text me. Anything that you call me about, you can text me. Because I'm okay.
So what about if you text us 10 times a day? 10 times for them to
No.
say the next
You text me 10 times a day.
It depends, like,
Exactly.
like, what's the topic? Like, he just texted me just to text me.
He just texted you. No. Hold on, what's that?
Why does it depend? I say it depends because sometimes I don't want to be bothered, so don't start texting me and all that. Yes. But if I do feel like being bothered, I wouldn't mind.
Okay.
And
Go ahead.
deal breakers, because like that's annoying. Like,
Keep calling me. Like, I'm probably sleeping, you just calling me. But
I'm doing something.
Go ahead.
Oh, I say depends because, first of all, what you calling me for? Second of all, the phone bill do not disturb you, and I can get the answer that you're looking for. Then also, like, okay, you call me over emergency, like something really going bad. Like we close, something really going bad. Like I know your mom, you know my mom, and you're like, yeah, okay, what's up? What's wrong with you? Baby, just call my phone. Just call my phone. Get out my.
They have a number called 911 to call the emergency. Don't call
Don't
me.
call me like, baby, I be doing stuff. I be outside. Leave me alone.
You go ahead.
Okay. Personally, I don't think it's a big problem. Like, you could just tell him to stop.
If he don't stop.
What you gonna do if he don't? Okay, that's a deal breaker. But I feel like I'll jump into, okay, let's make a break up with him. Instead of having a conversation with him before it gets to that point, because like love is like a two-way street. You gotta give something to get something back. And I don't think y'all just going like, okay, I'm just about to break up with him because he calling me too much. What? That's
But
weird.
you gotta, but hold on though. So I will say you are right. Relationships with friends, partners, whatever, it's a compromise. There are gonna be things that two people can't become one easily. Like I might like apple juice, you might like orange juice, whatever, that's the compromise. We'll give two different juices. But when it comes to love and your partner and relationship, calling you 10 times a day is excessive. Unless it is an emergency, unless he locked outside the house. But nobody your age should be calling you 10 times a day because they can call their mom and dad, grandma. So no, there's all of these things on this list is at an excessive point. Not you just getting to know somebody. But if you are just getting to know somebody, no, they can't call you 10 times a day in the beginning. That's excessive. No, they can't call your friend and check where you are. Because if I say where I am, that's where I am. Like there does not need to be a follow-up. Right?
You gotta set boundaries.
You have to set boundaries. So I don't want you to think that when this happens, you have to break up with this person, cut this person off. But when these things happen, these are the flags that should signify there's an issue. If somebody that you're dealing with has any of those qualities, those are red flags that signify issue. It hasn't happened yet, but it can. And are you going to wait until it's a problem?
Oh no.
Exactly. That's why it's like we have to be able to identify these things on the list. Because these are common things. Like I said, there are so many women in this country and outside of this country that are abused by men. And majority of the time it's their husbands, their loved ones, someone that they created a child with, someone that they were in love with, and they turned on them. So these red flags, these issues are things that we want to educate y'all on, because one day you will meet someone, and God forbid that man is crazy, but at least you can have these tools to understand when to point those red flags out. Because they don't all start off looking like a monster. They don't all start off being
They don't all start off. They don't all start off being this evil, mean, rude person. They're not gonna come out the back calling you the B word. That happens with time, and that happens with manipulation. And how these things are happening. They might start off slow. He might not just take your pictures and send them to his friends right off the bat, but later on he will, or may not. He's not gonna hit you first. He's gonna call you names first. He's gonna see how vulnerable and naive you are to see what you let just slide. They don't start off being these mean people. They actually start off really sweet. Y'all heard of Ted Bundy?
No.
Very, at that time, I suppose to other white women, he looked good to them. He was a young guy. He's asking them, oh, do you need help with your bags? He had a stray dog. He was luring women in who wanted to help him. So they're not this gremlin looking man. They can be a fine, attractive man. Fine. With a dark, demonic side. So when we're talking about these things, like I said, if someone's calling you 10 times because they have an emergency, a real emergency, that is not a red flag. There's a real emergency. But if someone's calling you 10 times to check where you are, if someone's calling you 10 times just because they want to know what you're doing, where you're at, they don't want you on the phone with nobody else but them, that is where we're trying to draw out. So I don't want y'all to think of these as little like, oh, what if, because we're strictly talking about the worst of the side, okay? So there are things that happen in life, but this is the extreme case. This is the dark side of the case. So when we're talking about somebody calling you 10 times a day, at this point the relationship is formed and he's being excessive, or your friend is being excessive. Some people have stalkers, like friends that are stalkers. So you don't, either way it go, boy, girl, it's excessive.
Oh, and we also said support relations can apply to family, friends, moms, grandmas, everything and such. So PSA, if your mama call you 10 times a day, please answer. I'm not telling you do not answer if your mama call you 10 times a day. I'm telling you, I'm not telling you.
We don't need to clarify now.
I'm just telling you, that's not what we're saying.
Chill.
The next one is your partner hits or slaps you out of anger. 3, 2, or 1.
3 is across the board. Alright.
Wait. Why you gonna deal with it?
She's trying to be funny. No, she ain't trying to have she did.
No, let her explain. Why you gonna deal with it?
Out of anger, make people. So they hit you first.
Alright, well, that's not dance either.
If he hit you one time, he gonna hit you another.
Exactly.
So, we don't have a man in the room.
Wait.
Yeah. She said she would hit him back. It's not playing.
This should be a deal breaker. You should not let nobody hit on you. Ain't no playing. Well, y'all want to I'm getting a knife.
So, hold on, y'all.
Wait, who's the knife?
You know, you look it up. If you look it up, when you stab somebody with a knife, you get more years than.
Because it's passionate. That's very passionate. When we say deal with it and we say I'm going to hit that person back, I just started this workshop about the 6 women I visited in prison. Out of the 6, 5 were there for domestic violence. So when you say I'm going to hit them back, are you willing to go to jail for that man, to prison? They can't get out because they retaliated. Is it wrong that they retaliated?
No.
No.
Wait, wouldn't that be
But legally,
No. We are in a, y'all don't know what, y'all don't, who's our president?
Trump? No, but they got.
Who's our governor?
It's like, no.
Didn't the government shut down?
Hmm?
Didn't the government shut down?
That don't have nothing to do with this. They did, but that don't have
You
anything to
still
do with
go to
this
jail.
case. You still going to jail. The police.
Who's the
the
police?
case.
He hurt.
Huh?
Why that would be so?
Guess what? We women just got the right to do so much. So much. And we are still struggling. That's why Planned Parenthood shutting down was awful for a lot of women. So, yes, it's not fair, but we don't live in a world of fairness. So you retaliating against this man, guess what? In some states, they don't even need a phone call. They just need a report. And y'all both getting taken.
And it's not hearing both sides of the story.
It is not
It's
hearing
whoever
both
called
sides.
first.
And
Whoever got the most good.
but if you bruise him, he bruised you, you both, that's domestic.
Did you tell him back?
It depends. Look, what we have to all understand is this: our country and the rules against women are stronger than rules against men.
Speak to that because I can actually speak to that from personal experience.
Yes.
I was involved in a domestic situation with my spouse, and I had to go to court to prove that my innocence. It was I was defending myself because he called first. I was the one in trouble. Okay? So even though I was defending myself, he got the call. They believed him first. But because he didn't have enough evidence, because it was a fabricated story, I ended up being not guilty. But I still had to prove my innocence. Okay? So it's always best, number one, to not make a permanent decision over temporary emotions, number one. And keep in mind that even though you may be defending yourself, like she said, it's never always in our favor as women.
Because not only that, black women.
Black.
We are black, minority, Hispanic. As women, we're already at the bottom totem pole, but being a black woman, being a minority woman, they're going to pick that man. It could be a black man, it could be, but men pick men. That's why it's so important for us to have black lawyers to defend those women, for us to have black judges to decide for those women. Because when you put a man on a man and a man, and everybody's up in there talking about what happened, a lot of those men turn a blind eye. They will know this man beat you down, choked you out, had you bleeding out, and will still give him a slap on the wrist, probably just community service hours. And guess what else? You could go and get a restraining order. He could say screw the restraining order. So that's why it's important to point out these little traits in men early. Because like you said, if we wait, then you've allowed him to have full access to everything about you.
And can I say one other thing to
Yes.
that point? And then in situations like that, it's a court order restraining order. So you
Which
can't
costs-
go around him. He can't, but he can come around you. And if he comes around you and then something happens and he calls the police, you can go to jail.
And one second.
That's
Hold on. That leads me back to the beginning when we said it's a safe space, right? So thank you for telling your story. But you don't have to say that y'all just been clueless. You want to tell your story?
I said deal breaker because I feel like at the end of the day, what led to that point, like what led to depending on you. But then I feel like me, I'm aggressive. Well, yeah, I'm aggressive, so I feel like I know right from wrong. I know, okay, I'm gonna hit you, and I know the ways. I feel like everybody at this somebody should know how their partner is. Like, you should know your partner abuse you, should know your partner and your partner son. So, like, if I push you to that way, that's on me. So
Wait. Let's go back. One, you cannot feel like you have to walk around on eggshells to lead somebody else. If that makes sense. You said lead them to that point or get them to this, that, and third. You don't have to belittle or manipulate yourself to not make them angry, to not make them feel like you're doing this. That makes sense? So don't feel like you have to dim your light to help them shine, in other words.
And also, I like that if you know, as a woman, you are aggressive, you have a temper, that's something that I'm really proud that you're able to acknowledge it and you're aware, but then you have to do the next step, which is what? De-escalate. Before you get hot, I feel like when I get mad, I get hot.
Go.
Yeah, you gotta go. De-escalate.
Everybody.
We all have different things. Sometimes the way we grew up, the environment we're used to, stems these things, or maybe that's how you're used to seeing adults yelling at each other, so that's how you think it should go. But after a certain age, especially since it seems that y'all are very aware, young girls, about yourselves. Once you're aware, you have to do the work to de-escalate those issues. You can't just say, this is how I am, you just got to deal with it, because who wants to deal with that? Who wants to be put in a situation that they could go to jail for because they got to deal with that? Just like if you have, I think it's important to share, like, certain things happen. We all have different ways of life that we've gotten here today, but this is when you can reshape your life. You can remold that image. So you do know you have an aggressive problem. Figure out what those things that tick you off. Write it down, pray on it. But you have to do the work to fix it, because that's going to be a hard. You can't be with a man who's going to be like, oh, you aggressive, I'm aggressive, then what? Y'all boxing out in jail. To the next slide. Oh, they said you didn't do the last.
Hold on, she got something to say.
Okay.
And I know we spent a lot of time on domestic violence, but this topic is very dismal. So go ahead.
So basically, I say no because okay, so I'm gonna be honest, because we all girls. So boom, I was talking to this dude, and he talking about some, if we fussing in person, I'm gonna put a gun to your head and tell you you love me. I'm like, what? Mind you, so boom, I'm going somewhere with him in public. We get to arguing because he felt like he could put his hands on me. And then, what I'm about to say, he dead now. He dead now. He dead.
How did he? Oh. So wait. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on,
everybody.
Let's go back to zero. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. How old are you? How old? 13, 14?
It was when you was
That's how I was asking. I'm glad you're out of the problem. The situation there. I do feel like if a man says he gonna do something, he gonna do it. Yes. So you should have took, or boy, in this my bad. Yeah. In this case, especially that. And I feel like at that age, people don't think. So yeah, you probably did not take his words as a red flag, but we shouldn't take everything somebody says seriously. But I'm glad y'all in the situation. I think you can tell me.
Can I reiterate before we?
Yes.
I will say this to y'all. It doesn't have to be a man. You have to be old as that. Like y'all look like, okay. As you could tell, they were not out of their age range, right? Nobody was an adult. So that just goes to tell you, just because you haven't experienced it yet, doesn't mean you won't ever experience that. And it doesn't have to happen before you make 17.
Right. But I pray y'all never experience that.
We always do, but as you can tell, it's a possibility that you can meet somebody your age that is making those type of threats to you, and then what do you do in this situation? So that's why we're having this conversation, right? Because you never know when you may be placed in that position with somebody you think just because they're 13 they don't have a mind. Their people might. So keep it a safe space and let everybody have their opinion.
And with the safe space, we want this to be a safe space. That's why we have all girls, all women in the room, because we want y'all to be able to share what's on your mind, what your thoughts are. And if some of them may be skewed a little to the left, we're going to throw back some opinions, but we're all going to respect each other. We don't have to be like, oh my God, why she... Just that's her opinion, but instead we lead with a new idea, a new strategy, okay? So with that safe space, we're going to be very respectful of everyone, even if we agree to disagree. Yeah.
I can hear you one more
What's the
time.
The steps to take in certain domestic violence situation.
Before you're, like, if you're already in one, or before you?
Before.
At your age,
So,
at your
okay,
age or a different age.
yeah. So if you're already being abused or before it happens? Which
Before
one?
it happens.
So when it happens, call the police, report it. One. Or say before. So say if you feel like it's going to happen or it has to happen, yeah, remove yourself from the situation and report it, I would say. Anytime when you're reporting him from the same one, him, you're reporting him being as an unsafe person or you don't feel safe with him or them in general.
And wouldn't you advise that at their ages that, that their moms, their dads, someone that you can confide in? to see
Your
that
mom,
this
the
is happening?
counselor, school counselor. Does anyone in here have a trusted adult? A trusted adult that you can tell everything to. Anything embarrassing, you find that trusted adult and you tell them what makes you uncomfortable. Does everyone know that feeling when they're uncomfortable? That uneasy, intuitive stomach feeling? You gotta, that's our gift as women. That is our gift as women. If you're a Cancer, it's an even bigger gift like me. Yeah.
Do you want to pursue?
What y'all got to say?
So, Korea University right now. And you know.
Do you?
We have a tour right now. We had super fun. We love everybody. We learned so much.
What did y'all learn
Y'all
today?
should come here. It's great. We learned about hygiene and our mental district things and stuff. Yeah. Queen.
What school are y'all?
Capital. Big Capital. You know. Yeah. All right. That's
Can anyone name? What? I want you to name. We want to do. So this is the wall of activists, old school and new school. Can anyone name an old school activist? Rosa. Tupac.
Kobe Bryant. Martin Luther King.
Barack Obama. I would consider him a little new school, but okay.
Who did we see yesterday come, that was
Dr.
related?
Martin Luther King.
Okay, what's her name?
Dr. King.
Just step over there.
Dr. King. It's all right.
His daughter.
They named her Dr.
First name.
Bernice.
Bernice.
Yeah. Bernice King. Any new school? Who's on here that's new within? Haley Bailey, LeBron James. Which one?
Oh, J. Cole.
Down there. Yeah. J. Cole, Nipsey Hussle. Anybody else? So that should. So we have new and old because anyone can be an activist. If you can notice anything on this wall, they all have a different background. Whether it's sports, whether it's music, acting, straight up politics. Anyone can be an activist.
What's her name?
Who?
Chloe.
That's Haley Bailey.
That's Haley, baby.
Oops, sorry. I'm sorry. All right. So we're gonna go on with.